Opendoor is one of the fastest growing iBuyers in the country. Their primary business model is to buy someone's home, make a few simple repairs, and then resell it for a profit on the open market. Unfortunately, a big reason why they're growing so fast is because of deceptive advertising practices, which have recently caught the attention of the Federal Trade Commission. So much that they've received a fine for committing several violations of the Federal Trade Commissions Act to the tune of $62 million. So in this video, we're going to talk about a few of the violations that Opendoor has been committing and how you can make sure you aren't falling victim to any of them. Hi, my name is Trenton Ward, and if you are new here, consider subscribing to stay up to date with the latest real estate news, tips, and tricks. And also give me a thumbs up if you found any of this content helpful. So let's start off talking about what the Federal Trade Commission is. The Federal Trade Commission, also known as the FTC, is a federal organization that protects consumers and fair competition against deceptive and unfair business practices in the marketplace. They have several ways of doing so, and in the case of Opendoor, they have determined that their violations have justified a fine of $62 million, which is an attempt to compensate the previous home sellers for their lost profits. So now let's get into what the fine was actually for. The deceptive and or unfair business practices in question are primarily focused around Opendoor's advertising related to how much you will make on the sale of your home. There are several examples of online, television, and mail advertisements that claim that you will make fair market value for your home or make more money than putting it on the market by selling to them. But this simply isn't true. And if we didn't have organizations like the FTC to prevent companies from making claims like this, these type of practices could severely damage our economy. Let's take this Facebook ad for example. In this ad, Opendoor claims that sellers would get a fair market value on their home without ever having to list it. But if you really think about it, if they are planning to resell your house and make a profit, how could they then pay you what the home is actually worth? Because when they sell it on the open market, chances are they will only receive what the home is worth. So if they bought it for what it's worth and sold it for what it's worth, how would they be profitable? And this is one of the many issues the FTC calls out by stating Opendoor promised consumers that they would make more money selling their homes to it than by selling on the market. In fact, consumers who sold to Opendoor lost thousands compared to what they would have received from a market sale. So you might be wondering, how do I know what my house is really worth? And to truly know what your home is worth, you need to know what similar homes are selling for in the area. Now, Opendoor will show you a side-by-side comparison of how much you would make by selling to them versus listing, but they won't give you any insight into what other homes are sold for. The other reason is that they will severely overstate how much it would cost to sell to them versus the open market to justify higher commissions and lowball offers. This is something the Federal Trade Commission decided to specifically address in their court order, stating the vast majority of consumers who sold to Opendoor lost thousands compared to what they would have realized in net proceeds from selling on the market, because Opendoor's offers have been below market value on average, and its costs have been significantly higher than what consumers typically pay. So let's break down how much it actually costs to sell to Opendoor versus on the market with a real estate agent. To sell your home with a realtor, you'll typically pay a commission of 6%. Now this is split between the brokerages on the buying side and the selling side of the transaction. This is a fee that is upfront and does not change without written consent from you. A part of your real estate agent's job is to get the best offer possible so that you can get the most money in your pocket. They actually have the ethical responsibility to do so, and if they don't, they could end up losing their license. On the other hand, just like any other iBuyer, Opendoor would stand to benefit the most from paying you as little as possible for your home. And on top of a low offer, you can expect to pay them to buy your home from you. Now I know this sounds crazy, right? But as you can see right here, Opendoor charges consumer a service fee which ranges from 6 to 14% of Opendoor's offer price. So if you found any of this information helpful, please give me a thumbs up or let me know in the comments below. If you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and you would like to know how much your home is worth, feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is in the description below, along with more information about the FTC and the final order issued to Opendoor. If you would like to learn more about iBuyers like Opendoor, check out this video right here. And until next time, peace.